not to go and have sex or anything. It was just to meet this person that we've been friends for a very long time. Then when I got to the bus stop, it took a while for him to get.
Okay, so
I think that was more than.
Welcome to Breaking News Wahala. My name still remains Chimers and Henry Ahunaya. We know with the recent development in the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Kito has become a very lucrative business. If you're watching Kiro Talk for the first time or this is your first time watching one of our videos, welcome. Kito is a term used by the Nigerian queer community to identify men, heterosexual or even homosexual men who pretend to be part of our community, go on same-sex dating app like Grindr, Jagdi, Tinder, Buddha, you name it, and then lock queer people into an unknown location, beat them, rob them, and even murder them. Today I have one of our own and one of the leaders of our community, a queen he stands, that's going to be talking with us on this said topic. So welcome Hatam Balla. Hatam Balla, we've heard a lot about you. We've seen the good things you have been doing for the Nigerian LGBTQ community, and in short, your story has gone so far. So Hatam Balla, talking about Kitos, in your own words, who is a Kito to you?
I just feel Kitos are those very hungry nuisance, be it fair or not, because back in the days is when you feel like, oh, they are heterosexual. Now it's the homosexual that do the actual setup of trying to exploit people of their hard-earned money and their gadgets, and just because they know that there's a law against homosexuals in Nigeria and used against them, and they're just hungry bastards. That's what I mean.
And just to add to what you said, we know now there are more like homosexual people, queer people who are into this business. Why are our own community members even getting involved in such acts? Why? Is it because of joblessness? Is it that, or a kind of a payback because they've been victims of ketos? Why are queer people also becoming a plight in this keto business?
Some of these people that are doing this stuff now, I believe that they've been set up before, and they saw what they got from them, and they want to do it to other people so they saw it was like an avenue to make money. And some of the employers that are people still, they're just friends with some set of people that are very dangerous. They make friends with heterosexuals that they know that they are friends, so they just use the take advantage of um take advantage of their friend that is square to set them up. You understand what I'm saying? And some are just desperate, some are just hungry, very lazy to work, and they feel like the only way they can make money is set up their community members.
Have you ever experienced ketos? Have you ever been ketoed before? And what was your experience?
Um, I can't remember. It was like maybe 5 or 6 years ago. I can't remember. I remember that day. This person we've been chatting for over a year on, I think, on Facebook then, because I don't think Instagram was not back then. So like where people, it was Facebook. You know what I mean? Everybody on Facebook. Then we've been chatting for over a year, and this person like sent me recharge card for. So lucky for me, I'll be lucky for him. I was around his area that particular day, and he just texted me, "Oh, where are you?" I was like, "Oh, I'm around your area." It was like, "Oh, would you like to come over?" My mind was not going. So some minutes after I sent his address, my phone went off, and I'm like, "Oh, I'm not going." A friend of mine was like, "Oh, since he said is around and he has a lot of money, let's go have fun." The purpose was not to go and have sex or anything, was just to meet this person that we've been friends for a very long time. Then when I got to the bus stop, it took a while for him to like drive over with a jeep. When I saw the jeep, I was like, okay, if it's somebody dangerous, he won't come over with a car to come get me. Then I was with my friend, then we entered the car together. They drove us down to one mechanic village somewhere in Lagos, Ilasa, to be precise. And They just when they drove down to the street, the old street. To my belief, I know the old street knows what they do because when we came down from the, everyone was just staring. They surrounded the jeep, told us to calm down. So who is Abel Ramsey? Because that was my name then on Facebook. Who is Abel Ramsey? And I said it was me. They started slapping us on the street before taking us to one uncompleted building like that. They stripped us naked, told us to make videos, admitting that oh we're afraid, we gave, we this, we that. Lucky enough, I didn't put money in my account. I had cash like I had cash of like maybe 10,000 naira on me at that time, and they collected it. They were telling me to smoke, that they were advising that how can you be fair? Look how handsome you look, you need to make. But they were just trying to push me or say stuff to me. They took my friend's phone, but I didn't take my phone because it went off. They gave my friend 500 to go bring my phone, and they took his phone. They gave him his SIM. So that one left. I was there after my friend left. I was there for like hours. They were bringing in new set of people collecting their items, withdrawing money from their account. Me, I was very lucky because they didn't take my phone. They only took like small cash, like 10,000 naira. And they took my friend's phone here and his money too. And some hours later, they were giving me alcohol. They gave me weed to smoke. And when I was done, when they were done, and they realized that my friend is not coming back, they told me to go. They didn't give me to. They told me to start checking. Check. You which way you are going.
And how many people did they bring in when you were there? You said they started bringing up people. How many people did you get to see?
Without exaggerating, I don't know the actual number, but it should be over 10. They even brought one married man, they took wedding rings, just a lot of things that were happening that day. I don't know, becoming private because they asked where I was staying, and I told them that I stay opposite police barracks, and they asked few names of policemen, men that stayed in the police barracks, and I said yes, I know these people. So I feel like that was why they like reduced the way they would have done shit to me because they were beating others, they didn't touch me. Everything they did was to give me hard drugs like weed and alcohol to take. Like, you sit down, we're not gonna touch this one. Dude, they smoke, that's what they were doing. But others, they beat them, they hurt them, took their prime stuff. They even took the man's car. The man had to go and withdraw almost a million naira to bring himself and take that. They took his wedding ring, took his gold chain.
And
It was a lot.
when you were sitting down there and all these things were happening, what was in your head? What were you like? Were you scared for your life? Were you like, okay, let me see how this? What was going through your mind?
I was ready to do anything to just take the skin. You feel me? If they tell me to sit down, I'll sit. Stand, I'll stand. At that time, I was being very selfish. I didn't care about anyone that was coming in there. I just wanted to leave because I was trying to be very obedient. So they won't do what those that were fighting back. They won't do it to me because others were fighting back and were trying to exchange words, trying to be. But me, I was just very obedient. I was like, I'm sorry. Yes, sit down. I sat down. I just wanted to leave there. Because that area, they would, they can kill somebody, and before they find out, it takes years. It has like a canal behind the building where they can just throw your dead body. That's what I feel. But I just check the area. It's not somewhere you shout that someone would come help you. It's a very dangerous site. And I feel like for me to come down on the street and they saw the way they were beating my friend inside the building and nobody came to like arrest me, say, oh, what is happening here? So the whole street knows what is happening. So if you start shouting, who's coming to help you? Just let me do whatever you want me to do and go. That's why you see that some people just want to pay before their friends. Just send them this amount, just send them. Because you don't know what they are going through. So when some people call out and say, "Oh, can you, I'm in danger, just send money," some of us want to say, "Oh, fight them back. It's just one person, it's just two persons there." You don't know what they are seeing. You don't know what is getting them scared. At times, it's not about taking them to the police station. It's about other people that are maltreating there. Because I'm talking from my own experience. It's not something I want anyone to go through. Mine was even better. I've heard a lot of Crazy story.
What's the most dangerous and scary keto story that you've ever heard?
Um, I used to know somebody. I won't mention his name. So he met with somebody that he met through a dating app, or maybe Facebook, because Facebook was the thing there. Then when he got there, they had sex. After sex, the person told my friend that he was coming, he wants to go and withdraw to give him fare back to the house. Because the agreement was to give him transport back because my friend didn't have enough cash. And my friend and this person were talking for a while too. After this person left to withdraw, he came back with like six others. All of them first took turns on raping this my friend. Then when he started shouting out that he's not comfortable, that they were not using protection and stuff like that for him, they started beating him. Um, they were throwing speakers at him, stones at him. That my friend got crippled and was on crutches for like 6 months. They broke his hand. They twisted the whole thing backwards. They now left him on the road, alive. They trimmed it at night. So it was like cars that were passing that saw someone that was lifeless because they broke his hand. They had to go do surgery. It was crazy. It was crazy. The fact that they had sex with this person, it's either they are bi or they are queer, they are gay. So why are they doing this to somebody when you already like got pleasure from you? Why do you still have to hurt him? Because it's more painful when someone that you know is hurting you than like a stranger. So if this person is like a community member and is still coming to do all these things to you, I feel like that's the worst of anything that can happen to anybody because after having sex with me, you brought six others to come and have sex with me, and you still guys still hurt me, gave me injuries, fracture and everything. Ah, God forbid, though.
And
God forbid.
with all this whole, these stories are very frightening and they are very horrible. But with all these stories, how were you able to handle? How did you survive? Did the NGOs come reach out to you and say, oh, or did you go reach out to NGOs? Did they give you a form of therapy and counseling? Did anybody even reach out to say, okay, this happened to you? We know this happened to you. How could we help?
The thing is, this issue I was talking about is like 6 or 7 years ago, or 5, 6, 7 years ago. As at time, I think there was just one relevant NGO that was working for the community, which was Population Council. And I don't think they deal with all these fighting for queer guys. They only deal with like HIV. It is now that we have some NGOs that come and bring lawyers. And to be honest, NGO is just there for their own benefit. You feel me? You see all these NGOs, they are trying in a way that I won't say they are not working because yes, some of us need to learn how to protect ourselves. Some of us cannot afford to buy condoms and lubricants or even buy prep ourselves. But when we have people that can give it out to us, but you see, that is not what is killing us again. Now, it is not HIV. HIV does not kill like it was killing back then. People already have knowledge of, oh, let me use protection. We have been educated enough for with all these use prep, all those stuff. NGOs need to have a body that even this because every day for a community member to decide that oh yes they know that they have NGOs because they know the NGOs will not do anything. They'll still decide to create a squad and still set up other community members. But they know that when they do it, they'll go spot free. These affected victims would not report to the police station, and NGOs will not come out and fight for them. The only thing NGOs will do, the only one that I know, maybe tears, would reach out to you and give you money, or maybe when a case of you have been attacked or abused, they will send a lawyer that you might end up not winning. NGOs are not there to fight. what is killing community members, which is the Kitos scum. All this HIV and stuff, infections, don't kill community members here in Nigeria anymore. They need to do better. They need to create a body. We have community members that are lawyers. We have community members that are policemen. We have community members that are soldiers. Create a body with them. When there's when there's an issue, go there and fight. In this Nigeria, we cannot use water to fight fire. We have to use bomb to fight the fire because every imagine the guy that was caught some days ago, he has a fucking gun. Who gave him the gun? How did he have a gun? Who he would try to set someone like me up, regardless of how powerful I think I am. I'll succumb to him because he has a gun and I don't want him to shoot me. But because he knows if he will kill you, the red stories of people that he has killed, he will kill you and nothing will happen. You will die. Not like NGO. You call NGO, they'll tell you to come, they will treat you and give you money. Buy it to treat yourself. Go and buy social drugs. They would not come out. We have lawyers. I don't want to mention some NGOs. You will call them, they'll tell you, oh, they have traveled, we are not around. Oh, there's nothing we can do. Or don't you know that place is blacklisted? Okay, you know a particular area is blacklisted, but what are you doing to that blacklisted area, that area that you know that okay, we have this is the point where they do all of those things more. What are you doing to reduce or catch those people there? Since you know this is the particular location that they are, what are you doing to erase them, eradicate them? What you're just advising is avoid this place. We have some people that are queer that are staying there, that are staying there rather. So if they stay there and you expect them not to have fun because oh this place is blacklisted, we don't have freedom of movement, we don't have freedom of expression. You don't even have any right in this country. Now we have NGOs, bodies that are supposed to fight for you. All they care about is their target. Workers, people that are working there, we have to bring 10 HIV positive people today. We have to do 15 HIV positive tomorrow. Why? You want everybody to be positive. Is that your prayer? Fight what is killing Nigerians. Before NGO came to Nigeria, they've been keto. What when you came, you only came to reduce infections and yes, which is very good. But how are you helping us to reduce those that are killing us? If you have HIV, even if you have a month, you have drugs that will suppress it, that you will never die. But if they shoot you once in keto, you can die. I have a friend who was set up some time last year in September. He died in February because he has internal injuries. So if we can die from Kitos scum and we cannot die from HIV, what are the deals?
Sorry, before we carry on, let's just take a brief break. We will be back with Hatam Balla and we'll still be having a conversation about Kitos and setup. Please don't you dare change this channel. Make sure you watch the end to help us generate revenues to pay our guests and also to give back to the community.